This celebration is not just an acknowledgement of their own achievements, but is also an acknowledgement of the efforts poured in by their teachers and parents who have guided them through their journey. This much-awaited event is only the beginning of a long journey ahead. We are indeed excited to see what the future has in store for our beloved juniors.
Sri Uttradam Tirunal Academy of Medical Sciences, which is located in Trivandrum, was founded in the year 2006, based on 30 acres of beautiful landscape grounds with an annual admission of 150 students in undergraduation and post-graduation in all the departments. The 500-bedded SUT Specialty Hospital was inaugurated by E.K. Nayanar, then Chief Minister of Kerala, in 1987, at the time when tertiary care facilities were extremely inadequate in the part of the country.
Currently, the hospital and campus is run by Sri Mugambika Charitable and Educational Trust. The trust has established 9 institutions of excellence, and SUT AMS is one among them. Its vision is to be an outstanding medical and research institution of international reputation by empowering next-generational healthcare professionals through excellence to innovation in medical education, medical research, patient care, and community outreach.
While the mission is to promote sustainable development of medical and allied health education consistent with statutory and regulatory requirements, setting standards for cognitive and pragmatic excellence in medical education with an altruistic perspective. Holistic education with emphasis on quality, excellence, service, collaboration, compassion, integrity, and responsibility.
The hospital only charges Rs 10 for OP tickets. It has a minimal charge for X-ray and MRI, which is as low as Rs 2,000. The hospital is equipped with 8 operation theaters and intensive care units for all departments.
It was started with full facilities for international cardiology and open heart surgery, and the first coronary artery bypass surgery on beating heart in Kerala was done here. The first medical valvoplasty was also done here as well. It is recognized by the Medical Council of India, Government of India, and affiliated to Kerala University of Health Sciences, Thrissur. The hospital became the choice for the establishment of new medical colleges, which is now being expanded to make it as a center for the learning and practice of medicine. Now let me invite all the chief guests who are on the stage to please come up on the dais. Let me begin with our chief guest of the day, Colonel Dr. K.E. Rajan, a great teacher who was instrumental in starting PG courses in pulmonary medicine in our institution. Passed M.B.B.S. from Trivandrum Medical College in the year 1975 and post-graduation in medicine and respiratory medicine from AFMC Pune. Later joined Indian Army and occupied many senior positions in the Army Corps. After, he joined SR Medical College, Varkala, and then SUT AMS as HOD and Professor of Pulmonary Medicine. We welcome you, sir.
Now, I call upon Dr. K. Vijay Kumar, retired professor and HOD of Department of Community Medicine, Government Medical College, Trivandrum. Now, he's an honorary secretary, Health Action by People, NGO Trivandrum.
We welcome you, sir. Now, let me invite our principal, Dr. Leela Ityama, ma'am, to the stage. We welcome you, ma'am. Now I would also like to invite our medical superintendent of SUT AMS, Dr. Raja Pradeep sir, to the stage. We welcome you, sir. We would also like to invite our Chief Administrative Officer of SUT AMS, Mr. Thajan sir, to the stage. We welcome you, sir. Now, let me call upon the RMO, Dr. Salmat ma'am, to the stage. We welcome you, ma'am. I would next like to welcome our HOD of Anatomy Department, Dr. A. Mehrunisa ma'am. We cordially welcome you, ma'am. I also like to invite Dr. Leena P., HOD of Physiology Department, to the stage. Ma'am, please. We welcome you, ma'am. I also like to invite HOD of Biochemistry Department, Dr. Manju Koshi ma'am, to the stage. We welcome you, ma'am. Next, let me invite HOD of Community Medicine, Dr. Siji ma'am, to the stage. We welcome you, ma'am.
It is through the light of wisdom that the darkness of ignorance fades away. Light symbolizes knowledge and free will. Like every other auspicious occasion, let us start this event by offering our prayers. Let me call upon stage Shreya Nair for the prayer song.
നന്മയാകുന്ന കാന്തി കാണുവാൻ കണ്ണിനാകേണമേ നല്ല വാക്കിൻ്റെ ശീലു ചൊല്ലുവാൻ നാവിനാകേണമേ സ്നേഹമാകുന്ന ഗീതമോ എൻ്റെ കാതിനിണയാകണേ സത്യമെന്നുള്ള ശീലമോടെ ഞാൻ ശാന്തി അറിയണമേ
To solemnize this ceremony, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly do the honors by lighting the lamp. For that, I request that the chief guest of the day, Colonel Dr. K. Rajan sir, as well as the guest of honor and all other dignitaries on the dais to please do the lighting the lamp ceremony. Any two representatives from the batch, a girl as well as a boy representative from 2023 batch can also please come up on the dais for lighting the lamp ceremony. Thank you, everyone. A solid pillar of knowledge and experience, who is an inspiration to all her students. And I would now like to welcome our dear principal, Dr. Leela Itiama, for the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon, one and all. Dignitaries on the dais, other HODs of various departments, proud parents, faculties, staff, and my dear young students. As we all gather here for the white coat ceremony, it makes a momentous occasion in the life of our young, aspiring medical professionals. The ceremony symbolizes not only the beginning of your rigorous medical profession, but also the profound responsibility that comes along with it. I consider it as an honor to stand before you as principal of this esteemed institution on this auspicious occasion. Well, now let me narrate a small history regarding the white coat ceremony. Till 1900 or the early 19th century, black coats were the coats that was worn by the doctors. It was considered as the formal dress. The tradition was changed by two pictures. One which was taken and published in 1889, which in a clinic, the Agnew Clinic, a photo was taken. It's not a photo, it is a painting of surgeons performing surgery wearing white coat. So at that time, actually, we were not using white coats. A painting was given regarding showing surgeons performing surgery wearing white coats. Thereafter, the same year, a photograph was taken by a group of doctors in Massachusetts, Boston, and that was again published in papers. So these two things, these two photos, that kindled our thought regarding wearing white coats. So before that, actually this white coat were not being used. So then, when the first white coat ceremony was conducted nearly 100 years after that is in 1989 in Chicago. That was the first white coat ceremony. These are all certain historical things. So then, now, so today, as far as our young medical aspirants or professionals are concerned, they are beginning of a new path of your journey. And in this connection, I just want you to remind you of three things which you have to hold strong throughout your life. First and foremost, empathy. Empathy is a must for our profession. You can imagine that a kind word, a listening ear, or a compassionate touch, that sometimes will heal a disease when a medicine may not be able to do that. So empathy is really important. Then, as we should also remember that continuous updating of knowledge is very essential for our profession, because we all know that every day the medicine, the field of medicine, researches are going on and it is constantly changing. So we have to get updated and be in line with the new things that are occurring in our field. Then the third thing, that we should always uphold the principles of ethics. Ethics is very important and we should have it with utmost important, and along with that, integrity, honesty, all these things are also should be there with all of us, and especially with, since you are the beginners, should also remember honesty and integrity is an integral part of our profession. So actually we had a small meeting in the beginning, and I have welcomed all of you to this college, but once again I take this opportunity for welcoming our young professionals. So before going into that, I am entrusted with the duty of welcoming. So first and foremost, Colonel Professor Dr. K. Rajan is with us today. He was actually with us, and regarding his education, he has taken his graduation from Medical College Trivandrum in 1970, and afterwards he had a short period of service in Army, followed by his service in AFMC Pune for a long duration of time, near 27 years. And afterwards he retired as colonel from there, and then in 2003 he joined not in this institution but part of this institution, SUT, in 2003. And thereafter he worked here as a pulmonologist and head of the department for a long duration of time. Personally speaking, I know him from a long period back, and we have got a personal relationship with Dr. K. Rajan. And he is a renowned pulmonologist and an academician, and so also, since he has a military background or his own personality, he has got good discipline, punctuality, and all other things what we wish we can see in Dr. Rajan. And he has retired from our institution recently. Even then, he gives his knowledge or wisdom to our students by coming to our college. I take this opportunity to welcome you, sir, to this group. Dr. Vijay Kumar, he is also a product of Trivandrum Medical College. His classmates are here, Dr. Jayalashmi, everybody, Geeta, then any other? Dr. Shanava, so many persons are here who studied along with Dr. Vijay Kumar. He has retired as Professor and HOD, Department of Community Medicine, Medical College Trivandrum, and he has worked as Professor and HOD in Amrita Institute of Medical Colleges. And at present, he is holding the charge of Honorary Secretary, Health Action by People, an NGO. So he actually, we can say that a very good academician as well as a public health activist. You can see how a community medicine or a public health person should work. He actually spends all the time, 24/7, for improving the community or doing research, everything. And he is approachable to, or he is available all the time for the students, our colleagues, or even the community people. So a person who has dedicated his life totally for the community, you can see. And in his credit, there are so many papers published, and first day itself, one student asked me that he is very much interested in doing research. I thought of connecting that girl to Dr. Vijay Kumar so that he will, or she, it is actually usually in first year itself, only few students think of research and all those things. One of the students has asked me for that, and I hope Dr. Vijay Kumar's service will be available for her. And on this occasion, again, I was telling all the official things, but Vijay Kumar is a close friend of mine, a colleague, and I have the freedom to say whatever that is at any time, and actually I called him once and did not say anything because I was in little hurry, and anyway, he came here in time, and I take this opportunity to welcome you to this gathering. So when we think of the other faculty members or the dignitaries that are, who are in the dais, as well as of the dais, it's all persons who are working in our own college, but for the sake of completion, I am welcoming our dignitaries who are on the dais, that is Dr. Meharinisa Madam, the anatomy HOD, Dr. Leena P., physiology head of the department, Dr. Manju Koshi, biochemistry department. Then we have our hospital superintendent, Raja Pradeep, then Dr. Salmat, RMO, and community medicine associate professor, Dr. Siji, so representing the various departments, and I take this opportunity to welcome each one of you to this group. We have here with us department heads from ophthalmology, anesthesia, ENT, forensic medicine, gynecology, microbiology, pulmonary medicine, then radiodiagnosis, all the different disciplines. The HODs are here, other faculties are also here. So once again, I take the opportunity to welcome each and every one of you. Then we have, that is because of lack of space, we have accommodated our proud parents to the other room because the auditorium is not having sufficient space. I take this opportunity to welcome all of them to this grand function. Last but not the least, the VIPs of today, our students, our young aspiring professionals. They are the important persons for today's function, and our beloved students, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this group wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the enlightening words. It's a pleasure to call upon our beloved chief guest of the day, Colonel Dr. K.E. Rajan, for the presidential address. Sir, please.
Can I have the hand mic? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Heartiest congratulations to all of you, and of course your proud parents for having become part of this extended family, Sri Uttaradam Tirunal Academy. In fact, I already had an opportunity to talk to them the other day. We welcome you all, and at this solemn occasion where you are entrusted with the white coat, I would like to tell you about a study which has been done in the United States. They wanted to find out whether patients prefer casual dress, formal suit, tie, and boots, or a white coat for the doctors. Overwhelmingly, the patients voted for the white coat because it makes us stand separate from others, and also it gives an air of authority. And of course, the white color itself is very soothing, unlike about the red color, which makes you hungry. So similarly, white color does not. In fact, it's a very neutral color. And once you are having this, you have got certain responsibilities. The first class I told you, you are going to be a teacher, a preacher, and a community role model, because others have to come and confide their innermost secrets with you. Then seek your advice and follow your advice. For this, you have to impress upon them. And you are identified always by the dress that you wear. So as a professional, you will all be wearing your white coats during your training, as well as subsequently too, when you are dealing with your patients. And I wish you all a very pleasant stay here. We have got a lot of opportunities for not only for studies, for extracurricular activities also, sports. You can nurture your art side and have a pleasant stay. And this 5 years, like now looking back, 1970 to 75, when I was in the medical college as a student, still our old friendship of that batch members continue. Similarly, these 150 of you will form a unique association in your life forwards, helping each other, comforting each other, consoling it when required, and also taking experiences from each other. And I think with that, I will conclude the address, because there's no place for a very lengthy talk on date. Thank you very much, and I thank the organizers and the staff, the principal and the other staff for having invited me to come back to this institution in this avatar as chief guest. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your pleasant words. Now I cordially invite Dr. K. Vijayakumar, Guest of Honor of the Day, to enlighten our students with the words of wisdom. Sir, please.
Dear Principal Dr. Leela, Dr. Rajan, and all the dignitaries on the dais as well as off the dais, my classmates, so many of them are here. It's really a privilege to be here on this day, and this giving me an opportunity to address you is I'm really proud of it, basically, because I never expected it. For the last so many years I am not going to any college and not talking to anybody. Seeing a group of youngsters like you in front of me, I thought I should share some of my feelings, and I was politely checking with the beloved principal, how much time do I have? She said 300 seconds. Then, is it? Then she said, maybe you can go for 600 also. So I thought I'll just try to finish whatever I would say within the allotted time. I have actually brought out certain points which you may forget, therefore I have noted down in my paper. Don't bother, I'll finish within the 600 seconds itself. First of all, I appreciate all of you for making to this hall. Do you know when did it start? Maybe 19, 20 years of work. Okay, I don't know, plus or minus. Whose work? Not yours alone. There are a lot of people working behind you to ensure that each one of you are in this hall today. It's a long journey of not one person, not your parents alone, so many other people, including the teacher who might have actually exposed you, teacher who might have actually taught you, put you certain ideas, right from the ABCD or even some other songs. So be proud of it. At the same time, don't forget our timelines. Next 1 minute, I'll tell you a story about, I don't know how many of you are reading books nowadays, but I know that particular habit is coming down, belongs to my younger generation. Probably you might have heard about A.J. Cronin. Have you? None of you? നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ പഴയ തലമുറ. പുതിയ A.J. Cronin, Citadel, you might have So in Citadel, they starts with an idealistic young graduate coming out of the college and starting their practice, and gradually he is maturing into amassing wealth and ignoring all the principles he held on time back, and later again realizing his mistake and coming back and correcting whatever mistakes he had done. In the first part, that novel opens with an event. What? The doctor is actually concerned with the endemicity or epidemicity of that particular locality, typhoid. And his alcoholic friend, his senior chap, advises him, the solution to the typhoid is not your medicine. During those, it was 1920s. During those days, you can think of whatever drug was available. So the solution Philip is the alcoholic friend, suggested is what? Sabotaging the drainage system of the municipality, so that the whole municipality will be flooded with sewage, and they will construct a new water supply system for the town. Read about it. So when we actually set out our journey, a professional journey, to earn something, to give something, to build something, we should actually think in two different ways. I'll put it in Malayalam. പുതുയുഗത്തിൻ്റെ സന്ദേശവാഹകർ, പുതിയ സംസ്കാരത്തിൻ ഗായകർ നമ്മൾ. When we actually set out, we should be ready to receive the novelty, receive the innovation, receive the newer and newer ideas that may, knowledge that may come, new technology that may come in to achieve our professional gratification, through which we will ensure that the people who come in contact with us will be benefited. We are also being benefited through the process. And for that, we need to actually keep our professionalism intact. When I say professionalism, as Professor Rajan sir was telling us, of course, the importance of the court. I'll also start with that itself. It gives you a dignity. And one sense, now you find that the white coat is being used by not only by the doctors, so many people, even the teachers, even the lab workers, they're very big. But when you put an overcoat like this as a part of the uniform, you should become a different person, upholding the professional ethics, upholding the professional values. That's how actually we change ourselves in a profession. During that time, we should give trust to the human being. I said human being. Humanism. Manavikata, Malayalam. You should understand that whatever if I ask your parent, one of your parents, what is your doing? The usual answer that I get is they are studying medicine. My suggestion to request is to you and all the people is that study medicine. But rather than studying medicine alone, study a little bit about health as well. Similarly, when we deal with when we actually go to the ward, you see a lot of patients. At the end, Jayalakshmi is here. I know somebody very close to us. During our days, there are a lot of patients in Kumarapuram. Bus stop. People are waiting. All the people who are waiting there was actually incriminated as patients. So the difference between the patients and human beings. And also, two other terms. Probably you can recall Mahatma Gandhi's words, the greed as well as the need. We practice ethically, there is enough space, enough resources, enough opportunities for us, all of us, to nurture our career, professionalism, for our own satisfaction and satisfaction, and also to provide services to the needy people. So, don't go after the greed that may likely to set in. While actually learning so many things. Usually, how do we learn? Somebody is saying something, and we try to remember it, we try to understand it, try to analyze it, try to apply it. You do a lot of things at the end, you are evaluating. But don't stop with that. Try to be creative. Take whatever you are being offered to, think over it, apply it, and build some space. That's how the science advances. Through this process, definitely, one day this institution will be proud of you. Some of you will reach a height, a height which nobody other might have dreamed of you. You are going to be here in this world for another 100 years at least, because the average life expectancy I expect is around 120 when you all become a little more practicing and living of your own. So, through the journey, every day, what I will suggest you is reflect on you every day. Every day. What have I done? What should I have? What did I learn? Those sorts of questions you have to actually put yourself. And when we speak about the professional development, personal development is also part of it. I am not going to the details. IQ, intelligent quotient, you know very well. You might have heard about it. Have you heard about emotional quotient? Frustration, anger. The teachers are not good. They are extremely hostile. Not here, but generally. Spiritual quotient, the principles, the values that you actually are being exposed to, or what you want to practice. Creativity, the quotient of creativity. And above all, the quotient of adversity. How do we manage ourselves in an adverse environment? These are the things that we have to actually brood over, so that if we can apply it very well, definitely our personal development and professional development will be much better. I tell you, the challenges are heavy. And the opportunities are still better and more fascinating than the other one. So we need to actually synthesize, do a trade between these two, the challenges and the opportunities. When we do so, I'll say two lines again. Professor Shivasudhan is here. He used to laugh at me when I actually used to say these lines. Pazhayakala thigavil ninnum pudiya naadunare pazhaya tinmagal theendidathoru pudiya naadunare. So I'll just state once again. Pazhayakala thigavil ninnum pudiya naadunare. Don't forget about your past. Don't forget about your culture. Don't forget about your friends, relatives, your onward journey. And when you move forward and take all the goodness from that and just shred all the bad things in your past or in the community. It's a lifelong learning. We are starting today, and I'm sure that you should be learning at the end of 2124 also. And don't forget, a successful profession is a trade-off between family and profession. I am not morally right to actually advise you on that front. You have to actually find out your own ways how to actually balance between these two. How to take care of your parents, how to take care of your sisters, elders, brothers, your friends, and also your next generation. It's a real challenge. That doesn't dawn upon you on one day. It's a journey, I told you, and you imbibe. You should be ready to actually pick up lessons as we move on. And I'm really happy that the organizers, the college administration, and all of you for having me over here. And I thank all the students for bearing me all these last 600 or 650 seconds. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Now, I request our principal, Dr. Leela Itiyamma, to give a token of appreciation to Colonel Dr. K.E. Rajan, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I cordially invite Dr. Raja Pradeep, sir, Medical Superintendent of SUT AMS, to give away the memento to Dr. Vijay Kumar, sir.
Now the most awaited moment of the day, the white coat ceremony, is about to begin. I request all the students to come up on the dais once their name is called out, and at a time, 7 students do stand in front of the stage and should wait for the photo session and can leave once you get signal from the photographer. The next 7 students should be ready for the ceremony meanwhile. I invite Colonel Dr. K.E. Rajan sir, Dr. Vijay Kumar sir, Dr. Leela Ityama ma'am, Dr. Raja Pradeep sir, Dr. A. Mehrunisa ma'am, Dr. Leena P., Dr. Manju Kushi ma'am for the white coat ceremony.
A. Gautam Krishna, Abhaydev A.M., Abhija Krishna, Abhima Sai S., Abhinav S. Panikar, Adarsh R. Pillai, Aditi P.M.
Let's all give a big loud round of applause. Advait S.K., Advait S. Pillai, Advait Sajid, Ayman Chavez, Aishwarya M. Anil, Ajay Singh, Ajina A.B.
Akhila M.A., Akhila Shija Nibu, Akshay Sajeev, Al-Fatima Abdurrahman Kunne, Amina Niasi, Anagha S.R., Ananda Krishna A.D.
Ananthakrishnan A.V., Andrew Alphonse, Angel Ann Manoj, Anila B.J., Anjana P.B., Anjana Priya B., Anjana Suman.
Annie Anna Reggie, Anshu Jha, Anu Aloysius, Anupama R. Nair, Anupama P.M., Arati K., Aravind Narayanan.
Archa V.S., Arjun Raj, Arunima Jose, Arya A.S., Arya S.B., Arya Vijay B., Ashwini B.
Adira Anil, Adira PV, Antmaja Vinod, Atul Praveen, Aisha Niasi, Bhagya Sabu, Bharat Sunil.
Bhavya Jha, Christopher Eldo, D.S. Shruti, Devi Nantana Nair, Devika Suresh, Devika Unnikrishnan, Devi Priyaje.
Dhanush G, Dipender, Divyanshu Purohit, Diya Nirmal Yu, Dona Sajan, Edathil Suryanarayanan Nambyar, Farha Taikadan.
Fatima Ismail, Fiza Sunil Kuch Muhammad, Gaurav Sai Preet, Haifa Abdul Shukur, Hajra Yes, Hanna Lulu Saji, Harishma PV.
Hiralal SH, Hridya PV, Indushri S, Ishan Shandilya, Jasim Nazar, Jayakrishnan Agathamarial Gopi, Jesna LXM.
Kailas Yes, Kamal Kishore, Kirtana Manoj, Kirtana R, Krishna B. Devraj, Krishnendu Yeses, Lakshmi Nandana T.A.
Lakshmi B. Gopal, Lakshmi Bala S, Lakshmi Krishna UJ, Libin Kunnamon, Malvika S, Mega Mary Sojan, Mega S. Nair.
Muhammad Sharul Shabir, Muhammad Yasin Yes, Monica Bardak, N.S. Vignesh Shankar, Namita Lakshmi S, Neeraj P. Kumar, Neha J.S.
Nidhi Mariam Jiji, Nihal Nishad, Niranjan B, Nivedita G, Parvati V.S., Parveen, Pavan Shekhar.
Pravida Pradeep, Priyanka Prasad, R.S. Vaishnavi, Ramjita K. Jayan, Rashka S. Ramesh, Ranjima Mathu, Rishikesh R. Pai.
Rizwan Ahmad, Ruchi Rani, Sahil Jangra, Sahia J. Udayan, Samraj Sampath, Sankita J.S., Sanjana Anand.
Sharath Ramakrishnan, Shivali Biju, Shraddha S, Shreya Mahadevan R.S., Shreya Sajesh, Siddharth K, Simran Khyalia.
Sneha Sanil M, Sneha Suresh, Sona R. Suresh, Sonu A. Vinod, Shri Gopika Ji, Shri Lakshmi M.R., Shri Priya Sankadev, Shri Shri Sanya.
Shrishti Sanya, Shruti S, Shruti Sri Kumar, Sunantana B.S., Surya S, Swati Jayashilan, Tamanna. Teresa Maria Jojkuti, Vaishnavi, Vaishnavi R. Jijisha J, Shreya S.S, Nitya Jayamohan, Ritha Maria. Thank you all the dignitaries on the dais. Let's end the ceremony by a loud round of applause. A photo booth has been set up outside the auditorium in an area which is opposite to the lecture hall 1, where students along with their parents can take pictures after the ceremony. Now, I humbly request our beloved Chief Administrative Officer of SUT AMS, Dr. Tajan sir, to felicitate the gathering. Sir, please.
Respected Principal, our Chief Guest Colonel Dr. Rajan, our Guest of Honor Dr. Vijaykumar, and all our respected doctors, dear students, parents, colleagues and friends. SUT Academy of Medical Sciences started its journey in 2006 with 100 M.B.B.S. students. And now, today, it starts another history with 150 students. 148 have joined today, 2 more has to join. So 148 students are here. 150 M.B.B.S. students and 2 PG students each in 16 departments. The management wants to attain this institution as a center of excellence. I hope you all will support the management to become this institution as a center of excellence. Now you have selected a noble profession, and as part of the profession you have received white coat ceremony today, the symbol of health professional. So you also start your journey to become a good doctor. See, becoming a good doctor, study is not enough. You should get the empathy to a patient, because the attitude to the patient and behavior to the patient is very essential, especially all these days. So, and your parents have hope in you, and they have took a very good effort to bring you up to here. So try to keep up their hope, and I wish you all the best to become a good doctors and to have a bright future. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Gratitude sweetens even the smallest of the moments. I now invite our source of inspiration, Dr. Raja Pradeep Sir, Medical Superintendent of SUT AMS, for conveying vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Today my job is to extend the vote of thanks, but it's utmost important to welcome the 148 budding medicos, and we have to welcome them, we have to congratulate them, and we have to thank them for thank their parents for choosing SUT AMS as their choice. I thank Almighty for the day and for the blessings on the SUT AMS, and I thank management and the administrative team for organizing this function, and thank the Dr. Leela Itiamma and other professors, HODs and other staff members for all their support in this function. I also especially thank Colonel Rajan, who was earlier with us, has consented to come over here and give speeches, and we thank him especially. He came as guest of, chief guest, also the guest of honor, Dr. Vijay Kumar. He, in spite of his busy schedule, he came over here and blessed the function. And I thank each and every one who has helped for the function. Thank you very much.
As we come to the end of today's ceremony, let me quote Martin Luther's words. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, all you have to do is keep moving forward. Let this be our motto throughout our M.B.B.S. journey. Now, I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please assemble in front of the stage as well as downwards, such that we can take a group picture along with the students. I I repeat, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please occupy the states in front such that we can take picture along with the students. I request all the students to please align yourselves in the center. I repeat, I request all the students to please align yourselves in the center.